welcome. So today I'll be doing a voiceover. I was a little sick and I did not have a voice the day I filmed this, but I'm going to be starting with my eyes, and I'll be using the NYX eyeshadow base in white to prime them, and I set it with a little bit of white eyeshadow, and then I'll be using my Morphe M506 brush and my 35B palette and the 3 purple shades, and I'll be starting with the darkest purple shade, and I'm putting this directly into my crease, and I'm dragging it pretty far out on the outer edge, and I'm also taking it really far into the inner corner, and I'm keeping this basically directly in my crease. Next, I'll be picking up the middle purple shade, and using the same brush, I'm just going to be placing this directly along the edge of the dark purple shadow, using it to blend out that edge and also give it a more gradient effect. And then next, using the lightest purple shade, I'm going to be doing the same thing I did before, and I'm going to be placing this sort of directly on the edge of the middle purple shade and blending any harsh line out and just completing the gradient effect there. Next, I'll be cutting my crease, and I'll use a flat concealer brush and concealer, and I'm going to go ahead and cut my crease, and I'm also going to be winging the cut crease out. And I apologize if I still sound a little raspy. I am still actually getting over whatever I had that caused me to lose my voice. But next, I'm going to be using this NYX pencil in Cobalt, and I'm going to be applying this right to where I applied the concealer for the wing and about 1/3 of the way onto my eyelid. And then I'm going to be picking up this blue shade in the 35B palette, and I'm going to be pressing this where I laid the Cobalt pencil, and I'm also going to blend it to about halfway onto my eyelid. And then I'm going to be taking the NYX Prismatic shadow in Mermaid, and I'm going to be using a flat eyeshadow brush to just apply this to the inner corner of my eye, and then I'll be using my finger to apply it to the rest of my eye, and then just blending it into the darker blue shade. And then I went ahead and lined my waterline using the NYX Slide On Glide On Gel Eye Pencil. And then I just lined my upper lash line using my Kat Von D tattoo liner. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the same 3 purple shades to go ahead and smoke out my lower lash line. And next, I'm going to go ahead and get started on my face, and what I'm going to be using is the NYX pencils in Cobalt and Purple Velvet, and I just sort of drew these on the back of my hand, and that's how I'm going to be picking them up with the brush. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to be using these on mainly the outer perimeter of my face, sort of creating like a contour, and I just went ahead and mixed the colors and just to create a little bit of dimension throughout my face. Next, I'll be picking up the NYX Strictly Vinyl Liner in Extra, and I'm just going to be creating a perimeter just for a design effect. I didn't want to do my entire forehead with color. I wanted to do something different, leave a little space, so I use that to go ahead and create a V shape, and then I'll also be creating a V shape right there at the top of my nose. And then I just went ahead and filled in the rest of my forehead between the shapes using the pencils. Next, I'll be using these pigments, which are from 3 over from NYX and 1 is from For Less. I will have them all listed below, but I'm going to be starting with the darkest pigment, which is the blue, and then I'll be working my way to the lightest pigment, and I'll be also starting with the darkest on the outer edge and the lightest working my way in, creating like a gradient effect. And then I'm just blending out the edges of the darker color using the lighter purple pigment. And then with a bit of a smaller brush, I'm taking the lightest pigment and I'm sort of using it as a highlight shade on the high points of my cheekbones there, and then I'm lightly dusting it a little bit of everywhere on my forehead. It just gave a really nice iridescent galaxy effect there. And then I'll be using this NYX Ombre Blush, and I'll be taking directly the pink shade and placing it sort of as a blusher right there on the outer edge of the darkest shades. And then I'll just be just placing it in different areas throughout my face, just creating some dimension and color. And then I'll be using that same NYX eyeshadow that I used on my eyes in Mermaid. And with a small brush, I'm just going ahead and placing this in non-specific areas just to create some more dimension. It's so pretty and metallic. I love this shade. And then next I'll be using these NYX Liquid Crystal Liner, and I'm just going to be using this right there where I cut my crease, and I'm just going to be placing this right on the inner edge about halfway across my eyelid. And then I'll also be taking this right along the edge of the wing of the dark blue eyeshadow. And then using this NYX eyeshadow in Tin, I'm going to be using this to highlight my brow bone as well as my inner corner. Next, using this Urban Decay Razor Sharp eyeliner in the shade Cuff, I'm going to be using this to do my eyebrows. I'm going to be just using it and just going ahead and painting it on my eyebrows there. And then I went ahead and set down that eyeliner with the NYX eyeshadow in Tin just to make sure it was just very silver. Next, using my NYX Vivid Brights liner in Vivid Petal, I'm going to be using this to line my lower lash line just about to the middle of my eye, and then I'm also going to wing it out, and I'm also using this to go ahead and paint my lower lashes. And I'll also be using this to place just a couple dots for visual effect on the V that I placed in the center of my nose. Using the NYX white eyeliner, I'm going to just be placing a couple dots right below where I lined with the pink, as well as on my inner corner and right under the purple V on my nose. And then using the Liquid Crystal liner from NYX, I'm just going to be taking the more purple shade and lining the V, and then I'm going to be using the silver shade to add a little bit of sparkle to my eyebrows. And picking up the NYX Prismatic Shadow in Girl Talk, I'm going to be filling in the V on my forehead and using this to highlight the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, chin, and I'm also going to be placing this on the high points of my cheek as well as non-specific areas of my face for a little bit more dimension. And then using the NYX white liquid liner, I'm going to go ahead and start creating just little dots sporadically throughout for those are the stars, and then making little X's for sparkling stars there. And then I just went ahead and brushed on a couple lines to create like a shooting star effect. And I'm going to use the liquid crystal liner, and I'm just going to line over those. And then using the Vivid Brights liner in pink, I went ahead and just placed a couple specks of this throughout also, just to give a little more dimension to the stars. And I'm going to go ahead and start my upper chest. I'm just doing my neck and like my shoulders and the very upper part of my chest there at my collarbone. And I started with the NYX Ombre Blush, and I'm just sort of placing the colors everywhere throughout on different little areas, starting with the darkest shades there. I started with the blue, then I went ahead and then just as I dusted the purple over it. And I just basically just kept going back and forth with the different pigments, just trying to make it look like how I sort of did on my face. Just trying to add as much dimension as I could because I didn't want to muddy the colors up too much. And then using that same white NYX liner, I went ahead and just started creating some stars throughout. And then I also went ahead and used the NYX Vivid Brights in Vivid Petal to go ahead and create a couple little pink dots throughout, again just to add some more dimension. And then I'm going to go ahead and start my lips, and to line them I used NYX Suede Lip Liner in Amethyst and a NYX eyeliner in Electric Blue. And I'm lining the just the very center portion of my lips with the blue, as you can see, and then the outer edge with the purple. And then I'm going in with these two NYX lip colors. The one is the NYX Cosmic Metals Lip Cream in Electromagnetic, and the NYX Liquid Suede in, oh, I cannot find it. I believe this one's Amethyst. And then I'm just going to be filling in where I lined my lips. And then I went ahead and used the white eyeliner there just to add a couple stars, just to sort of bring the whole look together there. And then I went ahead and added these Tarte Mermaid lashes, and I just thought the colors went perfect with the look that I had there. And here is the completed look. And this is going to be my official entry video for the NYX Face Awards, and I had a lot of fun creating this, and I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to give my video a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button below, and thank you so much for watching.